Welcome back to Pop Culture Roll Call, the show where our hosts are watching The Magicians by only viewing the scenes that their character is present for. This is Season 1, Episode 10, Homecoming.
Welcome back to an episode of Pop Culture Roll Call. I'm Miss Mike. We watch everything from the point of view of Penny. To left me as always.
It's Tasha, and I'm watching everything from the point of view of Marco.
In front of me as always.
It's Connor. Watch everything from the point of view of Elliot, as always.
Right here, right now.
Hey, it's Brian. I watch as Quentin.
And creeping in the background often.
Producer James.
What's that about?
What was the name of the episode? Homecoming. It just made me laugh
because of the word coming in it.
Don't worry about it. We'll get there.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm
Was there a
being
dance?
suspicious.
Was there a dance? Was there a
there was a
themed
dance.
dance?
There was. It
Oh
did
my
take two to tango.
Was there room? Was there room for Jesus?
Definitely not.
There might have been room
goodness.
for like Zeus or like Dionysus.
Leave 6 inches for Zeus.
Leave room for Zeus is a wild switch to that. I think business first at the top. We did a live stream.
We did.
And people joined.
Thank you for doing that.
Sound more
we all
excited,
survived it?
Mike. Yeah.
We all survived it.
I just was
Mike,
like,
I don't know if Mike survived. Mike's back is destroyed
yeah,
apparently,
I'm
so I'm not
suffering-
sure. Y'all gotta watch the archive to see what happened.
I'm suffering from achy bone syndrome. No, that's why I'm in a weird spot for people watching. Because back support's key.
yes, it's very important.
But yeah, we watched Kevin Can F Himself Season 1, Episode 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just going in order.
Yeah.
Making our way through. It's been fun to go back through, and I'm glad we're giving the Buffy Angel verse some time to breathe.
Yes.
Fine going back a little bit.
like a nice
we did a
wine.
lot of those. Yeah.
Let it breathe.
Do some other stuff a little bit. We got some Kevin Can Fuck Himself, got some Gravity Falls energy. We've done some more from Black. It's been nice
We
to
did get a
jump
Buffy
back.
episode a couple.
Yeah, it was like one that we kind of somehow missed in the rewatch of like a
It was an
popular
important one, too, yeah.
Yeah, great. It was so much fun. So thank you. Keep an ear out. Maybe get recommendations in because we do need another one.
I know one that we had talked about because I was watching at home, being sick with a toddler, and not here. But people had talked about whether or not we've ever seen Season 1, Episode 1 of Buffy. So maybe we do that one next.
Yes,
next
that
year.
would be
One of one?
well,
We might have done it, and I just can't. I can't remember. I legitimately can't remember. So, fair enough. Maybe it's time. Anyway, we're not talking about that this week.
Talking about Homecoming.
Homecoming.
Children.
Oh my god.
This is
I don't even know
marriage
the
choice.
joke. Can we get there? I start with
The,
credits.
the joke's like halfway through the episode.
Okay,
But I
fine.
don't start with credits. I start with a sex dream.
Okay, so maybe it starts off.
Do
right
you have
away.
anything before the sex dream, Penny?
I do.
Wait, why are you specifically
Don't
asking?
worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
No,
Don't worry about
I
it.
am so
Wait,
worried about it.
Tasha, do you have anything before the credits?
No, I have credits.
Okay.
Do you have an episode?
Are you on?
I do have
yeah,
an
yeah.
episode.
No PTO time.
I mean, I've got a whole 6 minutes. I'm like,
It's something. She clocked. She's doing the, what do they call it? The coffee in, where you clock in just long enough to drink coffee and then you go back home.
is this something you do, Mike? Something you
I've
want
never
to
heard of that
admit?
before.
No, because I don't want to be on the train back to back that long.
That's actually totally fair.
I start my episode in climbing out of a water fountain.
Out of a water fountain?
Like I
like a la It climbing out of the drain?
No, like a night, like a water fountain you would throw coins into with like a little statue in the center, like a nice water fountain.
I think we just call that a fountain. I think the water fountain is what got me all tripped up. I don't know
Yeah.
if I've ever looked at a fountain and
There
been
could
like,
be
that's a water fountain.
could be
Like the
other types.
Buckingham water fountain.
What
Yeah.
other kinds of fountains are there?
Chocolates,
That's fair.
I like
Like for fondue?
cheese,
yeah, chocolate fountain. A cheese fountain.
cheese fountain.
Where do you procure
soda fountain. That's a fountain.
Yeah, all these are
Now,
much
there
smaller.
used to be like a bit around like throwing coins into the fucking fondue
Wait,
fountain.
a water?
pretty funny.
I'm so sorry. What are we talking? We're talking about like a
Like a
fountain.
Like a fountain.
Yeah.
Why would you call it a water fountain?
That's
That's
my
what we're
confusion.
so fucking confused.
It's the thing you drink out of.
Yes.
No, I'm
No, he's
Are
from
you
Boston. He calls it
the
a bubbler.
Oh my god.
a bubbler.
Don't talk to me. Don't at me, you people from Boston.
Bubblers.
That is Boston, right? It's not Britain.
No, I think it's the East Coast.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I'm going to go slurp down at the bubbler.
There's a
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I said it.
Don't slurp down on any bubblers.
there's another silly one too, and I can't remember what the other
It's
one is.
still water. If it's had like LaCroix in it, maybe call it a bubbler. But like it's
You want to
tap
call it
water.
You want to call it a stiller, or like Like a
No,
standard?
call it a water fountain.
Okay. Well, I climb out of a fountain powered by water.
It's not powered by water. It's not
I'm
powered
pretty
by
sure it is.
electricity.
Listen, I'm a fountain historian. I'm pretty sure it's powered by water. And I get out soaked. And I looked around confused in like a weird garden-esque like landscape. I don't see like the full extent of it, but there's like an ancient kind of like Grecian looking statue-ish in the middle, I think. And I look around, I'm getting like glimpses of other water fountains that have similar setups. I'm just calling that now.
Just say
Nope.
fountain.
Nope. Principles. If you stand for nothing, what will you fall for?
What? The English language? What
Yes.
are you talking about?
Don't look at me for support. I was the first one to drag you for this.
Thank you.
I'm not your friend.
Eventually, this lady appears, and she introduces herself as Eve.
Of course.
And before she even says anything, I like put my I do like the Vulcan hand gesture. I'm like, I come in peace.
Are you in the Bible?
I don't think so.
Okay.
With water fountains?
Historically
know.
known for their water fountains. Why they travel in the desert? And she's like, you haven't seen you around here. I'm like, well, this is my first time. Where am I? No, she asked where I'm from. I'm like, well, I'm not from here. And there's like this moment of silence, and then I'm like giving that like mind reading look, and she's like, no, that's not gonna work. You gotta talk to a girl a bit more before you start reading her mind. So she knows I'm trying to read her mind.
Okay.
And she says she's from here. She was born and raised. She's part of a welcoming committee, and she keeps track of the fountains, and that she felt me come through. And she's like, let me know if I can help you get where you need to go. And I'm like, where are we? And she goes, these are the Neitherlands.
That's what we call it.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a Fillerian Fillery.
I don't
This
think
is
it's
the place-
Thunder.
it's
It's
a-
not in Fillery.
It's a place. It's not Fillery. It's a
It's in
place
between.
places.
Right, for sure.
And
Oh,
it's
so that area, I thought it was a space between spaces that was in the world of Fillery, but this
No.
is a space between all spaces. Fillery is
Everywhere.
one of many of those spaces.
it's the space between everywhere in the multiverse.
Gotcha. Okay. This is the there's a term for that, but go ahead. Doesn't matter.
The liminal space.
The liminal space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, what fountain did you come from? And I'm like, Earth. And she goes, oh, these people, you bring the most interesting things and interesting magic. What have you brought? Like, I've had people bring weird enchanted capes, rings. There was a guy who pulled a sled. He had a sled. He was pulled by, what do they call them? Zebras? Not zebras. Reindeer? I'm like, Santa Claus? She's like, yeah, you know him? Isn't he nice? And Penny's just like, what? Santa's real.
Okay. Santa's real, and
Santa's
he can
canon.
travel between
Yep.
planes of existence.
And I'm like, I don't have any of that. I just got here using a button. And she's like, well, show me. And I show her the button, and her expression changes, and she goes to grab it. And then a few more people appear out of nowhere. Not like teleporting nowhere, but just like they were hiding somewhere. And I run off. She throws a fireball my way that I
Yeah.
dodge,
Duh.
as you do. And then I head to another fountain area that has kind of Anubis-looking Egyptian statue. I'm essentially just trying to like dodge her a bit, and I draw a circle on the ground. I go to do my meditating bit, and I travel into the campus, the college grounds, in a room. And I'm confused because Alice is dressed like
Daenerys Targaryen.
Daenerys, and who's the other girl?
And Julia, who's dressed as Princess Leia.
Mm-hmm. And one of them was like, I need your help to fix the hyperdrive and get a message.
Alice is speaking like High Valerian
Yep.
or whatever.
And it's like, well, I'll help you if you help me find my dragons.
And then I run in as Indiana Jones.
And they're making out. And
Wait, so
and then the best parts are where you start to tell them both how much you respect them.
Yeah, and then Alice says, if you'd shut up for 2 seconds, this sex dream would pass the Bechdel test.
He does say he's a feminist, though.
This show
If you shut up for 2 seconds, the sex dream would pass the Bechdel test.
Does this
That's a
show
wild
pass the
sentence.
fucking Bechdel test at all? Like, has that happened yet? Like, you can't make jokes about the fucking Bechdel test if I haven't even seen your show do it yet.
I mean, to be fair, we've seen a very small section of this show.
It better.
But listen, it's okay. He respects women, and he's a feminist, so the sex dream's fine.
Regardless of the greater sweeps of the sex dream, the idea of somebody having a sex dream where
They're
like,
mixing genres.
Well, no, because it is Quentin's sex dream. It is Quentin's sex dream, and he is taking the time out of his day
Out of
in
his
his
sex
sex
dream
dream to say that he's a feminist.
Before I
which
can
is so
partake
fucked
into
up.
a sex dream.
This isn't weird because I'm like on your side. Now make out.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I really respect you both. I think you just do respectable work.
It's so weird.
I don't understand the show. I don't understand it. Is it funny? Is this funny?
I
No,
call you a
not really.
I think it's kind of
say
funny.
nice dream loser, and then we get the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But like, is it? What does it say? What does it say? No, we cannot move forward. I need to know. What is this saying?
We haven't
What am
left the scene when we come
Yeah,
back.
the scene
Okay.
continues,
Yeah.
but
Am I gonna get clarification?
No.
Probably not.
On
no.
what this
No,
is.
No.
No.
What is the show trying to say before the credits hit? Because that, I feel like that counts as a scene. What am I supposed to take away from this?
So you're supposed to take away. We should continue,
Okay, fine.
but mind sluts.
Mind sluts.
Mind sluts.
You know, like
Mind
in your
sluts.
dreams.
Mind sluts. Mind sluts. Maybe that's what we're taking away.
So I wake up next to Alice, right? Like immediately after credits, I'm like sitting up in bed. Alice is like asleep next to me, and like it basically cuts back and forth between like me and the dream and explaining the dream to Alice.
Are you telling her Julia's there too?
I don't want to admit that. I'm like, you know, I was like, oh, you were making out with this other girl. And she's like, who is the other girl? And I'm like, you know, I finally admit it's Julia. And she's like, oh, Julia, your lifelong crush. And I'm like, that's not important. Like dreams are weird because like, you know, people are naked and animals are smoking cigarettes. Here's what's important. And then it cuts back into the dream.
That's not that far from real life in the magical world.
Yeah. I mean, like this is... I mean, this show is clearly being like dreams are part of the magical world as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
If Penny can be there, right?
But we cut back to the dream, and you're trying to say that it's not what it looks like when it clearly is.
It's exactly what it
And I'm
was.
Yeah.
like, I mean, it looks like a grade A nerd boy, wet dream.
Yeah.
And then Penny goes, "Wait, as much as I want to make fun of you for this, the more I consider this, you might be some kind of savant. As Penny is now watching these two girls make out in the dream.
So they're both being gross about it.
Yeah.
Only
Nailed
Penny. Only Penny's not in the dream, so it makes you worse. Maybe I don't even
I
know.
didn't make the
He's
dream.
not
I just showed
thinking
up to the
these
dream.
things, I guess. But anyways, the important thing here is Penny's been gone for 6 weeks.
But for me, it's been 6 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, time passes differly in the
Yeah.
liminal space.
The
Netherworld.
Neitherlands.
Neitherlands, sure.
It's like the Netherlands, but
Neither.
somehow not terrible.
God.
And the fountains go to different worlds, and you're lost.
Yeah.
And you basically can't, like, aim your
No,
traveler
I'm
powers
lost.
to get back.
Like, there's 3 moons there. My sense of direction is completely screwed up. And if I try to travel back anywhere without knowing where I'm going, I could end up dead.
Yeah. I think part of the reason that there is this weird, gross threesome in the dream is to set up tension between Alice and Quentin.
Listen, not yucky anybody's yum. I don't inherently have a problem with threesomes. That's not what I'm asking. My question is like, what, as the writers and producers of this television show, what message am I supposed to take away from that first scene? And you know what? Even better, let's count the one that you just finished. What am I supposed to believe that Quentin is a loser? Maybe. Is that the only thing I'm supposed to take away? Am I supposed to take away that this is actually hot and it's funny? Am I supposed to take away that, like, this is normal behavior and we're just, like, talking about it because we're edgy and cool?
I think there's, like...
Is Quentin a feminist? Like, they're bringing up questions that I'm not sure that they answered, and I'm still confused.
Sure. I think the big takeaways for me are, one, it's like, oh, he's nerdy.
They
but
do
more
play him to look like
importantly-
a fool.
Yeah. more importantly, though, I think for this episode and probably the show going forward, it almost sets up that like he's not totally over Julia,
Okay.
and I think that might become important.
Okay.
But they're not presenting him as anyone cooler the hero here. Like, even when you show up as Indiana Jones, you look dorky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like, he's not suave in his dream.
And then it also has the element of Penny needs Quentin's help, and he has to ask this total fucking loser for help.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not happy about asking for help.
Okay.
My read, and I didn't see it. My read of it is that it is supposed to be a funny scene that is still illustrating the point that Quentin has not had his like glow up yet. He's still like kind of like he's in like grad school, but he's like this prepubescent.
He's literally
a high school boy.
cosplaying being cool.
Yeah, like yeah, exactly.
And he doesn't look cool while doing it.
No.
For sure. And it's like, so I think it's mainly supposed to be like, it seems like it's trying to be a joke at Quentin's expense, even to the point of him saying like, I'm a feminist, when very clearly having dreams that are not feminist, but this like virtue signaling component of it where like,
Yeah.
I don't think the show thinks that Quentin is a good paragon of the viewer.
Sure.
Which which is weird because most of the time your show would want your main Quentin character to be somebody that people can like latch onto and like see themselves in, but the show seems to be going out of its way routinely to remove Quentin from the sort of like from
The
being
stand-in.
the surrogate for the audience.
It's kind of weird, but it like, are they though?
I don't know.
I like, because I almost feels like they're to me sometimes, and I guess that's where I'm questioning it. Is it like sometimes it feels like the show is like he's a loser just like you? Like
Maybe.
I kind of I'm like, is that you're like
Just like you, the viewer, you're saying?
yeah?
Because they are like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Game of Thrones.
Who doesn't like those things? These are
yeah.
popular things that
right.
people like. Like you're gonna hit a pretty wide audience at that. I don't think it's wrong. I don't have a huge issue. I'm just like, it's not so much what the content of the scene as it is to me. Like I'm like, I don't
How are we
understand
painting our main character?
I also don't understand like what the purpose. Like not purpose. That's not really quite right.
Well,
I don't understand the tone sometimes the show is trying to like get me to vibe with. Now, in all fairness, I'm only seeing very small parts compared to the rest of you.
And I don't think we have the comedic. I
Yeah.
don't think Elliot and Margot we're funny in a different way.
Yeah.
But it does feel like Penny and Quentin are a different, like their dynamic is,
we get some hijinks.
they're hijinks, but they're also like much more like juvenile hijinks versus like, I mean, ours, and we get into our scenes later with Margot and Elliot, but the stuff that we're dealing with are still kind of like quirky, but they're not young problems. They're very mature issues, I
Yeah.
guess.
Maybe that's what it is, the whiplash.
Yeah, because Quentin, I don't think has dealt with serious adult stuff.
No, he has though.
Well, yes and no,
Yes
like to
and
some
no.
extent. But the other thing this scene is doing, now that I think about it, is it's definitely setting up Quentin's kind of like inexperience with his sexuality.
Yeah. Because I think...
Which becomes very important later in that.
And I
Okay.
think even in
I
this
could buy that,
scene...
yeah.
Okay,
like,
that actually makes a lot of sense.
There's a moment where, you are trying to talk to them and they hit you with the, like, if you just shut up, we could pass the Bechdel test. But I'm like, I think there's a real chance where even if Penny never shows up, I don't know if Quentin gets in the mix. I'm wondering if even in his dreams, he can't, like, push himself forward to join.
Sure.
Like, he can't even get that far in his dream.
Sure. I guess I like the conversation. I'm glad that we paused, because if this show, I do think that makes sense tonally for this show. If like, I think we can all remember the first time we got into like a consistent sexual relationship that leads to a lot of like weird reordering of priorities. It messes with your like brain chemistry in a way, like things like, I don't know, it you're a little bit of a different person, I think, after something like that, especially the build up through puberty, like whatever, like however that ends up like working out for you or whenever that was and whoever it was with. But like, if this is Quentin's first major like sexual partner, and he always thought it would be with this woman from his past, and now it's with this like new person, and he's like mixing that expectation with the new reality, but then also is not like, feels a little out of his depth and out of his league, because it became like, it went from nothing to passionate, like animals fucking in the snow immediately. There was no like casual build up. There was no like
No,
conversation.
our first time was as foxes.
Exactly. So maybe it's that like you're still trying to like reprocess this very important like new type of relationship in your life.
That makes
Let's-
way more sense.
Let's revisit this after the episode's
Yeah.
done.
Okay,
Because
sorry.
there's context here that I don't want to try to bring into it. Let's
Okay.
talk about
Say
the
it.
episode. and come
I'm
back.
glad we chatted about it though, but I do want to talk about it more later.
Yeah, it just like was like, sorry, I didn't mean to, but I'm like, there's like clearly something going on here, and I'm just like not getting.
Yes,
Like,
but
and that makes
it's
sense.
set up for the episode, I think. So
Yeah.
let's just do the episode. And
Cool,
come
great.
back.
Sure.
I have 3 scenes left.
In
one
the
is
whole show.
really big, and then 2 very quick ones.
Okay. My next scene is explaining the Neitherlands to Elliot and Margot.
Yes, I hear
That's our
something
first scene.
about Camel Toe, a character from
What?
A character named Camel Toe.
It was
Oh, yeah.
totally okay to be written in filigree when it was written.
Okay.
That's a character from the books.
I thought somebody was trying to say Camelot, and their brain was just glitching.
Dyslexic Camelot.
Yeah.
No, it's just this is also where we come in. You guys are explaining this. We're kind of coming in halfway through this explanation. Elliot is high as a kite.
Yeah. Elliot is, because Quentin is trying to talk about the Neitherlands and the space between worlds. And Elliot's like, well, we could ask the lizard man. And I like point off to the side, and everyone's like, what? And they kind
And
of
the camera points to just a blank wall.
That was pretty funny.
the lizard man? And Margot got like, again, this is the difference in tone. Like, it's kind of being jokey, but Margot's thing of like, honey, what did you take? Like what?
Yeah.
Like how much? Like what's going on
You're
here?
like 2 blues, a yellow, and a green.
Like what was it? Like a some pinks, a green, and a tab of something called chocolate sunshine. I really like that name. And Alice, there's a couple different reactions. Quentin seems like he doesn't have time, and he like is trying to completely ignore Elliot, but wants to like get the important information across about what this in between lands is. Alice seems disgusted by Elliot's hedonism. Like it feels like a straight and narrow person who sees somebody like blasted and just like doesn't have a context for how to deal with that, and is like, ugh, like kind of very visibly
frustrated
with me.
Especially because like you can kind of see that you guys think this is important. This is why you're explaining
Yeah.
it to us, and like we are not taking this seriously. Like, I mean, it's not that we aren't taking it seriously. It's just that you're just not really there.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that it's totally okay for us to have to give up our drugs prescribed to us for depression, but recreational drugs totally fine.
Yeah, you can self-medicate.
Like,
Mixing
sorry.
a ton of different drugs. And we have another scene with that about self-medication here later
And I'm
too.
just like, okay.
I didn't even think about
whatever.
that. Jesus.
I did.
While I'm
Especially
happy-
because, like, even the dean comes in occasionally. He's like, "Get this man a drink." It's like, okay, so you can drink. Like, he tells people to drink to cure their like ailments.
Some of the decisions I question anyway.
that does
mad
feel
again.
yeah though
Sorry.
I will say it does feel like the give me your prescription medication was like a throwaway line that didn't become a major component of the show that we very much latched onto
Because it's like a
very
ridiculous
important.
thing to
Yeah,
say.
it is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I hope in the end of that episode, there's just a scene of the dean just like taking people's like Adderall or whatever, just taking it himself.
I legitimately, if he's running a drug smuggling ring, I take back every bad
That's how
thing I
they
said
fund the
about
school.
it. I like legitimately, that would be very
That would
funny.
be very funny.
They're
If there was a
not
scene
gonna
of him
do it.
putting them in little baggies
Yes.
and like, oh, that'd be so
Just
funny.
selling it to other students.
Yeah,
It would
that's
be
the
very
tone.
funny.
Getting him all mixed up because he's blind now.
Oh no! Yeah, they did take his eyes out, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
God.
a magical kind of thing. Don't worry about it.
Anyway.
While I'm talking about the lizard man on the wall and the drugs that I've taken, an important thing happens. A glass on the table next to me shatters.
It like exploding.
It blows like zzz, and just like blows up like a grenade, basically. And Alice, like the idea and what I thought here is that my highness made it so that I lost the ability to like control my magic, and I like just started breaking things around me.
Yes.
And Alice is like, this is dangerous, you need to go get checked out. And I'm like, no, I don't need to go get checked out. And Margot's like, you're not saying we need to go see a doctor, but you're like, we need to go upstairs and like lie down. Like, we need to take a break, honey. Me and you. Like, Quentin, Alice, why don't you go fuck off and do your thing?
Do the thing.
Do the thing you just talked to us about passionally. We are obviously not dealing with
Go
that
be
right
the A plot.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like legitimately.
Basically,
be like,
because I don't
have
see
fun.
you again for the rest of the show, the rest of the episode. So yeah, you dip off, and as you leave, Elliot's sort of last stoned thing is he's sitting there like eyes just completely open, looking at the ceiling, saying, "My eyes open?
Closed.
Are my my eyes closed? Are they closed now?" And I'm just like eyes just dead open, as wide as they can be. And my next scene is a meeting with a doctor,
Yeah,
talking
same.
about the self-medication practice here.
So what are you doing?
We're walking down a suburban street,
Okay.
and I'm telling Alice I've never been to Chicago before.
Oh,
She's like, you still haven't. This isn't Chicago. This is the suburbs.
That is the real
Which is
listen,
the most Chicago
listen,
shit.
listen, hold on, lock in. This is the realest lesson in anything we have ever said. No offense, but all offense. If you do not pay our city tax, you do not say you're from us.
It's this like relatively quaint house in the suburbs. You know,
Yes, it is.
If I had to guess, it's like an Elmhurst type of suburb, or
Yeah.
you know, like whatever.
As long as it's not Naperville.
And we go in, and the house is bigger on the inside than on the outside.
That's pretty great. I
The
like that.
whole family's magically inclined. That was something we learned.
So continue with the nerdy jokes. I'm like, it's like a TARDIS in here. But there's a big party going on, and everybody's kind of in like togas. And everybody's fucking.
Oh.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say like they're all fucking going crazy, but
Yeah,
no,
you
fucking
stopped.
period.
Your sentence ended.
They're fucking. They're sucking. They're getting their rocks
Little
off.
eyes wide shut shit going on here.
Wow. What is happening?
You know what's
Alice comes
happening?
from
You know what's
a-
happening? Mind sluts.
No, you know what's
every
happening
day.
is homecoming.
Oh.
That's why he laughed at the beginning of the episode. Because they're going home and everyone's coming.
Why are you saying no? This is the most Mike joke I've ever heard in my life.
No, there's too much cum.
Anyways, a guy in a toga walks up to us, and he has another guy behind him with like a chain attached to the collar on the guy's neck. He's like basically bringing this guy along, and then Alice to the guy, you know, holding the chain is like, "Hi, Dad."
This is from Gravity Falls to this is the sharpest right turn we have ever taken.
Fucking whiplash, man.
We're out of honeys. Here's your dad on a chain.
No,
Okay.
her dad is not on a
Is
chain.
this-
He is.
holding the
he's
chain.
holding the chain.
Oh, sorry.
Why?
Sorry.
So is this why Alice? It's because she hates her family. Is that why she's like anti? Like she's not.
She's
what
a
did we?
little
She's
prudish,
anti-chain.
right?
She's like not sex. I mean, I don't know. I don't know a ton about Alice, but like she seems less sex positive generally than everybody else.
Has she been? I feel like she's
she's
not positive about a lot. Like, she doesn't seem to be positive about like Elliot's excess from drug use or like that kind of stuff. But has she? I don't know if she's done anything that is like not sex positive
What's she?
specifically.
I guess
She's not, like,
maybe
prudish,
I meant
I
maybe
guess is what I
more
would say.
shy.
Yeah,
I think
shy. I
that's
think.
actually
That's
the word
true.
I'm looking for.
Yes,
But she started fucking Quentin pretty much
right
right away.
Confusing. But then didn't she not want to like? Sorry, that just
Confusing.
came out.
Confusing.
Anyway,
Let's be honest though, we've seen him.
but like it just like I lost track of it. Now it's gone.
Who knows?
So
But-
I guess
Talking
I would
about-
say that like
It
she's
came
not
and went.
she's not like anti-sex.
Yeah, that's not true. I just like
She's more reserved.
yeah. She
But
seems more reserved.
But it seems
Yeah.
more personal choice
Yes.
than like forcing it on anybody or being grossed out by anybody else doing it.
Yes, but I'm also. I guess what I was getting at is that is it because her dad at minimum doesn't
We'll get
seem
into it a
very
little bit.
reserved.
We'll get
Maybe
into that
is
a
she
little
like
bit.
rebelling?
A little bit, I think.
Interesting.
I can go to my next scene. I don't know how much
Sorry,
everybody
I'm
else
just-
has.
When I don't have a ton,
I
I'm
would-
like, what's happening?
I want you to continue because I need to know what's happening in this house of hedonism and excess.
So apparently this is the Roman festival of Venus.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Her dad studied historical magic, and they celebrate all the Roman holidays around here. And she didn't want to tell me, so I didn't make a big deal about it. I feel like if you're walking into a TARDIS sex party, you should prepare somebody a little bit.
Just
Just so you know, you're going to see a lot of cock and balls the second you open that door. All right, let's go.
FYI, eyes above. Don't look low.
Yes, I feel like this is one of those situations where it's like you need at least like heads up.
Yeah, right. It's like when you're walking into it's like if you're taking a friend who doesn't do drugs into a party where there's going to be a lot of drug use, you stop before the door and be like, "Hey, just as a heads up, if this gets weird, let me know. This is what's going to happen."
And not only does if this gets weird, like you know when you're opening the door.
Yeah,
it's weird
I don't know.
immediately.
But her mom knows a traveler, so that's why we're here.
Right.
So she's going to ask
missed
her
that.
mom if she can get in touch with this traveler to help Penny out.
yeah. We missed that in our first conversation when Elliot was high. Which,
It doesn't matter.
yeah,
They're
but
gonna go
Alice
save
had
Penny.
dropped. Yeah,
Sure.
Alice had dropped the bomb that she knew another traveler, and we have needed one since.
Yeah, her dad wants us to come back for the Saturnalia because it's much less tame than this.
Oh goodness! I was gonna say, so this is like a once a year kind of deal, but it sounds like they have a couple.
A few of these a year.
Also, I'm like pretty sure. Sasha the Buzzkill. I'm like pretty sure that the portrayal of like these like Greek and Roman parties as like debaucherous and like sex, whatever, is like actually like anti-Roman propaganda. Like historically, like it's less prevalent than like the propaganda that was written down about it would lead you to believe.
Yes and no. I mean, this guy is a magical historian, though. So I would say that, like, maybe in this world, this is somewhat real or whatever.
I don't actually care.
The dude seems like a huge fucking nerd, by the way. Like, the dad does. He seems like we get later, he's like writing like the third volume of this book on like Greek or Roman magic history or whatever.
Let me clarify something.
Yeah.
That could be true for the show. I don't care. But I want you listeners at home, as the resident person here who has a degree in history, I can't let this just keep going. I'm
Listen,
sorry.
Sasha also wants you to know that magic is not real.
Okay, this is not the same level, and how dare you?
I took history in college, and I'm pretty sure this all checks out.
All right.
I took history. Mm-hmm. Most American thing I've ever heard in my life.
Took it.
I took a history.
I took a yeah.
Anyways, I'm tasked with distracting the dad for 30 minutes tops while she goes and talks to her mom.
Don't make jokes.
Longest
Don't make
30
jokes.
seconds of your life.
And then the dad's like, "So you're dating my daughter, hey? Like, let's have a little fatherly chat." Like, as people are like just going to town in the background.
What is it?
And foreground.
What is
And stage left and right.
What does he want to chat with you about?
I don't get the chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
bummer.
Yeah.
I actually think that would have been the most interesting part.
We get a little bit later, but like
Okay.
not in the next scene. Unfortunately.
It's probably like so what did you two talk about? And then it's like
Yeah.
a whiplash from the conversation fallout kind of deal, more of a thing.
Should we go to the doctor?
Yeah, let's go to the doctor. Let's go to the doctor.
The doctor is there checking out Elliot. She's mad that we made her Miss Hamilton to come see this. So we've got Game of Thrones, TARDIS, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and now
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah, they're really all the cultural touchstones.
Yeah, they really want you to know this is like in the 10s.
Yeah. They want you to know exactly when it's written. And yeah, she's checking me out with this kind of like weird, like multi-layered, like magnifying glass. And yeah, she's pissed off. And Mario's like, "Sorry for making you do your job." And she's like, "Well, I mean, he's fine.
Yeah.
So you really called me out for nothing." And we're like, are you sure he's fine? He's like, "Well, I mean, he's got a massive drug problem, but he's not like not fine. Like, I don't know, like sleep it off and take a break."
Yeah.
But like, there's no major issue going on here.
His
And
brain's not hemorrhaging. He's just high.
Yeah. And so Elliot's like, "Thank you. Like, I've just been trying to have fun. Why is everyone like taking me to the doctor? Like, I'm just trying to roll, you know?" But she does seem to notice something in Margot.
Yeah, so he's fine, but I'm not. Apparently, my chi is leaking, which they relate to life force.
Mm-hmm.
That somebody has
Gotta check your chi.
It's been draining. Somebody's draining my life force. And she asked me, "Have you taken part in any unprotected rituals lately?" She's like, "Be honest." And like that kind of like thing. And then Margot like slowly gets the realization, and she's just like, basically cursing out this guy.
Yeah.
Like, this son of a bitch.
That's son
And
of a
and we get a cut here. We'll get to the rest of the scenes, I guess, later. But yeah, apparently somebody, like, they're clearly alluding to like unprotected sex.
You
They're
got to
clearly-
wrap your chi up.
Yeah.
You got to wrap it up.
So, but it was like a ritual that I partook in somehow.
Yeah. Was
Probably in Ibiza.
I was gonna say, was this this isn't a secret that you had on your off weeks? You weren't doing secret
No.
rituals with the boyfriend?
No.
No secret
Okay.
hijinks.
No secret rituals, unfortunately, that I.
PSA:
that.
safeguard your chi.
The glass she slides off. The glass that was shattered wasn't Elliot being high. It was part of Margot's leaking
Oh,
chi.
yeah, sorry. I should have clarified it. That was me. The glass breaking was my fault.
Interesting.
Keep an eye. You know, it feels like you knew. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know, listeners.
What's Penny up to?
I'll go to my big scene. So I am essentially just hiding around the garden, just like trying to like stay out of
The
her
garden
way.
with the fountains and the Neitherlands.
Yeah, what type of fountains?
Just
Keep going.
regular old ass
The ones-
fountains.
the ones filled
My
with
man?
water?
I don't know. Are they?
Yeah. And I see I go to like peek around one wall and I see Eve and the others with her, and I like it feels like I teleport something behind them to like make a sound and,
Okay.
and to like get their attention. And as they do that, I walked down to the kind of center fountain and I step on some sort of trap door and I slide into a library.
What?
A endless library, like one of those shots where you like look down the hallway and it never seems to end.
Like an avatar. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And I eventually
yeah, thank you.
The good avatar.
not the water one. They have something against water in this room. And I find the librarian who I know this actress. Has anyone? You remember? Everyone's seen
Agents of Shield.
No, the original Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he had the cute neighbor girl?
The Russian gal.
yeah, who like made him cookies
Yeah.
and like. So she's the librarian.
How do you know this?
I've seen that. I've seen the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
I think I've seen the second one.
that's the second one.
Oh, it's the second one.
That's the
I've
second
seen
one.
the second one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
I know something about superheroes.
and I'm like, she calls me William and says I'm late. I'm like, wait, what? I'm who? What? Who are you? And she's like, oh, you always ask the same questions. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, lady. And she says, I never do. And she pulls out that, what's the all the different cards, the drawer.
The file cabinet.
She pulls out a file cabinet that goes way too long. It's like comically,
a file cabinet or a card catalog from a
card
library?
catalog.
Okay.
it's comically long.
Oh, so it does a little Evan Almighty,
Yeah.
like so it goes all the way across the
But
room.
for the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
And she says she's a member of the Order, the Keepers of the Libraries of the Neitherlands, the greatest repository of knowledge, full stop.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, knowledgeable one. Who are the motherfuckers in the hoods that are trying to kill me? And she goes, oh, those are the locals that used to work for us in a custodial fashion, but labor relations have become somewhat strained as of late. And
Are you crossing a picket line to go in this infinite library?
Oh my God.
No, I think they're bad guys.
Are you?
Are they bad
stabbing?
guys because they're not getting paid a fair wage?
Yeah.
Follow me on here. Follow me.
Are they unionizing?
We-
and you're
she banned
fucking
them.
this for them?
She's banned them from the libraries, and they have been thoroughly cursed, so they can't use the fountains to leave.
Banned from the library, aka a lockout.
But that hasn't stopped them from finding employment elsewhere with a particularly nasty entity. And I'm like, the Beast? And she goes, he has many names. So they're working for the Beast.
So they wanted
Okay.
fair wages. They got fired.
And they went to the only place who would gainfully employ them because
Right.
they need to feed their families.
Right. And so that's the bastard. Tell us tell us we live in Chicago without telling us we live in Chicago. We're immediately trying to figure out if this is union busting.
Yeah. I mean, like, we don't
don't
fuck
support
with
it.
that.
Maybe are we pro beast? It sounds like
No,
he's at least
we're
giving-
not.
It sounds like he's at
I
least
know, because like the last episode, I'm like, no, but I'm like, Anyway, the show is, it's fine. They're not thinking about it as hard as I
forgot
am.
the Beast is a pedophile.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Beast is a pedophile.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We're
If I
not
have to pick
pro-beast.
between the two, I'm going to union bust, okay?
That was the joke. We have to deal with either union busting or pedophiles,
That's
and
the
unfortunately,
problem
we're
with-
pro-union busting in that one.
This is the problem with the show, because they went so hard with that. You're just like, okay,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess.
that's the thing.
It just feels like they.
What happened to the Star Trek villains? So they're bad because they're bad.
I want to
Yeah.
see you
People.
melt.
Or just like, I don't know, like let there actually be like intrigue in politics and gray, and maybe just deal with it instead of being like, no, just unredeemably bad. Don't ask any more
Gotta die.
questions. Like,
We got to pop him in the head.
I could be wrong. We are very early.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do not want to say, but I'm just saying this is the downside that occurs when you make that kind of decision in your writing, right? Is that like, well, I guess we're union busted. Like, I can't think about it.
guess we're
like,
union.
like, you know what
I'm
I
going to
mean?
tell my wife when I get home, hey, we union busted.
That was the only option. Like,
And then I get a 20-minute discussion of like, why?
And then the Beast shows up with that giant inflatable rat.
I'm like, that's why.
like, yeah, and, you know. Anyway,
So
we'll see.
I'm like, hey, this is all great. I need to get back to Earth. Can you help
This
me
is all great.
find Earth Fountain? I need Earth Fountain, please. And she's like, well, I could order you a map, but it would have to come from another branch. And interlibrary loans typically take 2 to 4 weeks to process. I'm like, that's 2 years in my world. We don't got that time. And she's like, well, I'm afraid we are limited to the resources of this branch. And she grabs a card from the drawer and, it's like, follow me. And we go to this shelf of books, and the shelf of books has people's names that I know on it. Quentin Coldwater, Alice Quinn. There's 2 books for Elliot. Pat O'Brien, Mitch H. Engel,
I'm sorry.
Jill McQueen.
There's 2 books for Elliot.
I wonder if that's the thing he was talking about, like his past self, him being from Indiana. Did that work so well that he got 2 entries?
No.
Or are you lying to us?
Stas
Yes.
is the liar here. I do
Oh,
not
good
have
deflection.
additional seats.
Yeah,
Oh,
excellent
no,
deflection.
I brought that up first.
Yeah,
She
to get
says-
ahead of it.
Oh, yeah, I got ahead of my own. The thing that I didn't know Mike was going to bring up, I got ahead of that.
She's like, every book is here. Well, all books ever written, all books never written, and all the books for all the people who've ever lived.
Except for apparently a fucking map.
Yeah. This is the people branch.
And I find my book, and at first I'm like, why is there flowers and shit on it? Penny, that's not, can we move on? Flowers are great. And she's like, hey, people who read their books often discover they don't like the main character and are rarely happy with how it ends.
I feel that if
Yeah.
if I read a book that was about somebody who was exactly like me, I agree.
Yeah, I'd be frustrated.
I would be annoyed.
Yeah.
And she finds a book about Martin, which is one of the Fillory kids.
Yeah.
As the middle child.
Yep.
He was the one who was getting the pictures taken of him. I'm
Yes,
pretty
he's
sure.
the one that we don't actually know what happened to him.
Yeah.
Correct.
He disappeared, quote unquote.
Right.
I ask if there's anything about the beast in there as I like try to take the book. And she's like, you can't take the book without a library card. And she's like, I'm like, this is why people don't like you.
Can he read it in the library?
She
Yes.
starts making copies of the pages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's like, if I didn't do this, you try to steal the book and you wouldn't, but
It's
you
also
rip pages, so we're not going to do that.
Completely normal to
Yeah.
make copies
So
of a
is there
book
just
in
a normal
library.
photocopier?
Yeah.
Okay. I love that actually. This like
she-
ancient mystical
She's
library.
like, I'll do this so no books get hurt. And she gives me the pages and pushes me, and I am pushed back out into like the
picket line?
the fountain area.
Why couldn't you just hang out in there?
I don't know. But it is interesting that Elliot has 2 books.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
That is weird.
You didn't
That's
look at
weird.
him,
No,
so we don't know.
I didn't read through them. She wouldn't let me.
I do think
Well, I try to read mine
Indiana
first.
theory is a decent one.
I don't know.
No.
I also think Colin lying to us theory is also a decent one.
I don't think it's an Indiana thing.
I mean, Colin's lied to us a bunch.
I really don't think that. I think there's something else going on there. Something to keep an eye on.
There is a line that at the end of this episode. Interesting. There is a line at the end of this episode that I thought was just
Weird.
personal, like strife, but we'll talk about it in a second. And let me know if this adds any context to it.
Okay.
Because now I'm trying. I don't know if I wrote down the exact words, but now I think the exact words might legitimately be important. Let me try and remember how it was written.
This is the most pop culture roll call thing ever. It's just like I didn't write it down because it didn't seem important at the time.
You were
but now we're
cosplaying
fucked.
as a high person for this episode so well. There's something important. I didn't write it down.
All right. So you are back in the picket line. What's next?
That's the end of that
Oh,
scene.
that's the end of the scene.
My next scene is shortly before I show up.
Okay. I'll do one. I'm in Alice's like childhood room, and
At a sex party in Alex's childhood room.
yeah, I mean nobody's having sex in this room.
Okay, good. I was gonna say.
Something's got to be off
Nobody's
limits.
in this room besides the two of us.
That's
that we can see. I guess I don't know. It doesn't. And she's like just frustrated, like you know how like you go home and you're frustrated with your parents. It's that, but at a magic sex party. And she's like, every second I spend in this place, I feel like I'm being pulled back into this version of me where I was 12 and furious and invisible and mute. And she just fucking does that to me, like talking about her mom.
So that I presumably that conversation didn't go amazing.
That's my impression.
We missed a scene here that was
Yeah.
probably pretty important.
And I'm kind of just like checking out her childhood room. I pull out like the Garden State soundtrack, which great soundtrack. Like Garden State the movie, it doesn't hold up, I would say. I enjoyed it at the time. Soundtrack still pretty good. And then the book The Joy of Sex, and she says that was from my dad. He meant well, but my mom made him give me the version from the 70s because she thinks that kids should know what pubic hair looks like.
That's fucking funny.
That's really funny. I love Alice's parents, I think.
We didn't see her mom. She hates her a
did
little
not.
bit. So far, the dad seems fine.
Seems fine.
Ish, I would
Ish,
say.
okay.
They're a bit like off.
What
Right.
does that mean in this show?
Do you meet the mom?
Like, not really. Like, I
Okay.
see her briefly, but
Got
whatever. We'll get there in a sec. But, like, and she's like, I can't imagine what you must be thinking me right now. And I'm, like, kind of sarcastically, like, no, it's cool. I'm into damaged chicks. And then she says, oh, like Julia?
Oh,
What the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with this show?
And so,
And then you guys wonder why I have doubts about them handling very serious topics.
I think Quentin's response to this is actually decent, though. He says, like, very sincerely, he says, like, Alice, I don't know what you think Julie and I were, but we weren't anything. We were two kids who tested well and got placed together in school, and I got a crush because that's how hormones work, and she didn't, and I got over it, the end.
well, I didn't really get over it, but I like that you're telling yourself you got over it.
Yeah. And Alice is
Well, he
kind
got over it as soon as that she was not cool anymore because she didn't get into the magic school, and therefore she was useless to him, and so he didn't like her anymore.
I think he still likes her. I think the dream has indicated that he still does like her. Maybe he starts to convince himself he doesn't.
Alice is like kind of fidgeting here and uncomfortable, and then she's like, I'm kind of new to this whole thing. Like, she's never seriously dated anybody before, and I'm like, the fact that you could want to have sex with anybody after living in this house is actually pretty impressive. And then we changed the conversation topic to the Traveler, and I'm like, why can't you just ask, you know, about the Traveler? And the Traveler is from another world, and we call the Traveler Joe because his real name cannot be pronounced.
Classic.
Okay.
It's a touchy subject. She wants to talk to her mom when her dad isn't around. And I'm like, what, is she sleeping with Joe? And then like she kind of gives a look. I'm like, oh, and your dad doesn't know? Like, Alice, they were having a sex party when we showed up. And then she says, my parents are weird and possessive and do everything together. When she was 10, her dad caught her mom having an affair and threatened to commit suicide. And her dad said he had to go extreme to get attention. And then here's her word. She says, and he wasn't wrong. I think he would have done it if she didn't come around.
Interesting.
And now I'm like, no, well, now I feel like a dick for making fun of your Garden State soundtrack. I'm wondering if this Joe character is her real dad.
The Traveler, and that's part of the magical abilities aspect.
I mean, like, they're both magical,
Yeah.
right? But like,
What?
it's obviously a touchy subject in the family. But
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
get much more of the backstory here
Okay.
in the rest of the episode.
All right. Okay.
That's the end of that scene for me.
Like,
Yep.
Yep. All right. I like. There's not. I mean, the thing is, it's set up, right? We're just like,
Yeah.
like I can't really. We'll have to figure out where it goes, and we'll see if it was worth it. I didn't say anything.
Just the way you're like, you seem like you are getting off the train. You're like, I don't know what I think of this show as a whole anymore.
It's yeah. Anyway,
Good answer.
I am knocking on a door of presumably some person's house that I had unprotected rituals with,
Yep. And
As you do.
you open the door.
and yeah, both on the outside and on the inside, there is a second Margot looking back at me, and then some loser comes out of the back room.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Double babe.
And commence the next scene, which is me like storming in, right? Like being mad, starting to yell, like, what the hell? And then I pass out, like collapse.
Collapse down onto the ground.
I don't know if you get anything because Elliot is there with me.
Okay.
I don't get anything. Well, I see two Margos, and I whisper to the Margot I came with, "Are you're seeing this too? Or am I still really high?" And she's like, "No, I'm seeing this too." I was like, "Okay, good. They're starting to wear off." And then you charge into the room, you collapse. But then when you come to, and
Yes.
I'm basically between the two of them on the couch drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
That's my first scene.
Oh,
Between
okay.
the two Margos.
Well, it's Margot's asleep on the chair, and I'm with Margot and douchebag
Yeah.
on the couch drinking
Yeah.
whiskey.
And then douchebag comes over to talk to me. We don't need to go into the details of what he said exactly, what I said exactly, because the gist of it is me being like, what the actual fuck? And him being like, I begged you to stay. You wouldn't stay. And me being like, cool, so you made a sex doll and you're draining my life force? And he's like, I made an error. We can fix that with the ritual.
That's not a no.
But he also says, sometimes we just cuddle. I wanted a relationship with a
Golem.
golem.
Yeah.
So it's not a clone, but it's a golem.
Right.
Cool.
It is a autonomous version of Margot. So yes, a glorified sex bot.
Yeah.
And that's this guy has. There's no redeeming thing for him in this scene.
No.
Like
no.
that. Like that's
No,
not.
it's like I really wanted you to stay, but in lieu of kidnapping you, I did this other
Sometimes
creepy
you
thing.
siphon some chi.
While Margot is talking with the guy about sex bot, golem kind of thing going on, you get the sounds of giggling and snorting as Elliot and Golem Margot are doing lines off the table.
Literal lines of coke off the
Actual little
table.
lines of coke off the table. Margot gets pissed.
And I drag him out to the hallway and be like, what the
Dude,
actual
what the fuck? Yeah.
You're supposed to be here confronting my ex-boyfriend. So this is an old ex-boyfriend, presumably.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a guy you met in Ibiza.
Apparently he's my ex.
We get X.
Yeah.
She does say X specifically. And you're like, you're supposed to be supporting me. And Elliot, high and also not, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but not processing anything like this correctly or handling it correctly.
Do you think if he was sober, he would have?
I don't think I think he is self-destructing right now.
Yeah, I don't think this is really about the drugs.
No.
I think this is him about being mad about his boyfriend.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
not knowing how to bring it up to Margot.
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't even know.
She doesn't even, or we
talked about it.
we
but-
haven't
it
had a scene. This is
briefly,
your
yeah.
first scene back.
Yeah.
And so far, the only thing that I've done is be extremely high or very drunk around you. And I think it's because I don't want to look at you sober because I know that I couldn't handle the conversation. That's my, I don't want to get into character wrap-ups too much, but my read is that since you came back, I have stayed as high or drunk as possible so that I don't have to feel the things that a close personal friend would help you feel and deal with if you were in this state.
And what kind of underlines this is the fact that Margot's like, you have something to say.
Yeah.
Like, and I kind of do feel like you're blaming me in some ways, or there's something you're bitter about, because there's a pause
Yeah.
before you say no.
Yeah. I say no. I say, this is how I thought I was supporting you, is like doing lines with the golem.
Margolem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Margolem. Life is all shitting sunshine and rainbows. And you're just like, you know what? Fucking go home.
You need to leave.
You need to leave. I'll deal with this on my own.
I'm gonna
Judge.
just-
Mark, go
Destroy.
home.
I'm going to destroy the golem. You go.
Yeah. And Elliot, tail between his legs, looks pretty, cowtoed. camel
yeah,
toad.
I mean, camel toad.
They look pretty camel
He
toad.
does, like, because he knows that, like, he was not holding up his end of the bargain.
No.
And I also feel like, sorry, can't get into character wrap-ups, but I do feel like their relationship is like one where, like, this isn't supposed to be happening.
No.
And we're starting to see that in the last couple episodes. Like, their relationship is not working the way it used to work necessarily.
For sure.
So,
Yeah, next scene's an important one. But what are we doing now?
Next scene for me is morning, and we're eating leftovers with Alice's parents, and her dad takes some filleted goat penis and puts it on my plate because it promotes virility, and I'm like, oh, I had plenty of penis yesterday.
I've had my fill.
sometimes the jokes are funny.
Yeah.
And I think Alice like basically told me like, hey, distract my dad. So I'm like, oh, like what's going on with historical magic? And he's like, oh, I'm about to publish the 3rd volume of the illusion work of Colas Adventinius or whatever. I'm like, oh, can we see it now? I think it's this way. I like basically like drag him out of the room so she can talk to her dad.
Her mom.
Her mom, thank you. And the next scene is with Joe.
Okay, so presumably that happened.
Yes.
Now you guys, yeah.
I'll just keep running into this.
Yeah.
So it's me and Alice on the couch, and then like kind of sitting on a chair is this guy Joe, who knows about the Neitherlands, and he's like, "Oh, I could draw you a map if you want, but like, it wouldn't do Penny much good if he's not near the Earth Fountain. But like he could basically like make a beacon so the fountain that leads to Earth would light up, basically. But there are requirements, sexually speaking.
Sex
In
requirements to
what
light the
way?
fountain?
Sex components, both
In what
verbal
way?
and somatic.
Like, is this like him blackmailing? Or
No,
is this...
just it's
the
just
spell
magic.
component is fucking.
Because all the magic from where Joe comes from is sex magic.
Horny magic.
We did get the idea that different planes have different magical schools,
Yep.
and so he is in the
He's
sex
a sex
magic.
magician.
A sex
you know,
And so wait, so
just like Chris
Earth...
Angel.
Oh, wait a minute. Has he been the mind slut the whole time?
Wait, so
is.
our Earth is the depression magic?
Yeah.
And like,
And there's sex magic exists out there.
That actually
we
tracks.
we got the wrong end of the
this
penis
is
shaft.
all of... We can't be... We're not old enough to do this show.
Come on.
It was funny.
It was great seeing y'all headed towards the tunnel and then just go off the road.
That is not where I thought that metaphor was going.
No, they were
Anyway.
keeping it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joe is like, oh, I can perform it with you if you prefer. I'm a heck of a pinch hitter.
Don't like.
And
Yikes.
we're like, I think we got this. And he's like, oh, I sense a nice connection between your genitals. You should be fine.
That's okay.
Why do we
might
have
be
the sad
back on
magic?
Joe.
And you'll just need some blood, a globe, a few candles bound with twine. Oh, and you both have to climax at the same time. Will that be a problem? And I'm like, no. And Alice is like, well,
Yikes.
Fucking funny. I get what you were talking about at the beginning of the episode. This is why we needed to continue.
and then she's like, I'm sorry, but like we need the spell to work, don't we?
I think I love her. That's so funny.
And I'm just gonna go over the next one real
yeah,
quick,
please
but it
do.
like kind of cuts back, and Alice is like talking to her parents in the foreground. And I don't hear any of what they're saying. It's just me and Joe in the background, and we're just doing he's just doing like wild arm gestures, and I'm like pointing at his finger. I'm like, "Is this the?" He's like, "Yeah, that." Like, whatever.
That's fucking funny.
It's just like wordless, kind of in the background of this other scene, and it's so funny to me.
Maybe the show is very funny.
yeah, hold on. I'm back
maybe
on.
we're back
Wait
on.
a minute.
That's
Oh, and sorry, I have a notebook, and I'm taking notes of everything he's doing.
Okay,
It's
maybe
great.
it
I'm
is
back
very
in.
funny.
I don't... This
The
show gives you whiplash.
Yeah, Jinx. Yeah, that's wild. Okay, crazy shit.
Sure.
Pantomiming, incredible.
Really
Chef's
good.
kiss. It's very
really,
funny.
really good.
It's very funny.
Okay.
What else are you up to? I have one more scene.
This is our last scene
Yeah,
of the episode.
last scene.
So.
Okay, I have a couple more. I'll just do the next scene then.
Yeah, hit it.
We're in bed back on campus with, there's a globe and blood and candles
Genitals.
with twine or whatever. And I'm like trying to compliment her in the most awkward, like forced way possible. It's like,
That's got to be a weird thing of like approaching sex as a spell. It's like, well, guess we got to cast it.
Time to
yeah,
work.
but I'm like, your eyes are very blue and I like your hair. It's just like horrible, right? Like, And she's like, it feels like you're trying to do a thing here, and like it doesn't feel real. And I'm like, since when is that an issue? You know, about her faked orgasms.
Oh,
Oh
got it.
my god.
I didn't get it, and then I got it.
And then she's like, well, maybe you should pay better attention when we're having sex. And we're basically just like starting a fight, which
Yeah.
is not how you
A great time to
get this spell to work.
I mean, it's not impossible.
Well,
This might be the best way to make this work.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, how am I supposed to get better if you won't tell me what I'm doing wrong? And she's like, sometimes it's not that easy. You know, like when we were foxes, I'm like, sorry, I'm not a fox. And she's like, well, there goes the mood. You know,
God
like
damn
whatever.
it.
And I put my pants on and I leave.
Overheard in the bedroom. Sorry, I'm not a fox.
that's probably way more common than I think you expect that to be.
Sorry, I'm not a legitimate fox.
All right.
That is also probably
God
way
damn
more
it.
common than you expect it to be.
My next scene is basically my last scene as well, where like I'm coming back into the room, Alice is just reading, and I'm apologizing. I'm like, sorry, I'm a dick. Like I'm insecure. Like sorry, I suck. Like, you know, if we can give this another go, I'll be more fox-like if that's what you want.
This is wild.
Yeah, I don't know. Quentin is not smooth, and I think that's like the dream sequence is setting.
It's
that
why
up
it was
too,
Indiana
right?
Jones. He's the smoothest person in fantasy, and now he's, specifically unsmooth in real life.
And I'm like, why are you even with me? And she's like, because I like you a lot. Like, I don't know why. I just really do in the weirdest way. Like, I don't think people are together because of what they're good at. And I'm like, well, what about like, what they're bad at? And she's like, well, you're not bad at sex. I'm just bad at asking for what I want. And I'm like, oh, I love you. As far as I'm concerned, like, that's all that matters. Let's just do this. She's like, oh yeah, me too. Like, maybe just kiss me. And then we
So
kiss.
romantic.
And then she says, bite me.
Okay.
And then we just get into it.
Yeah,
right?
There you go,
Like,
Foxy.
That's why she
With
likes
the,
foxes.
is the globes and stuff here?
yeah.
Okay.
Still
doing the
same
magic.
room.
Doing
Okay.
the magic.
And
dry
whatever.
run.
It cuts back, and we're going at it or whatever, and then Penny's
So
there.
I see. I'm
Going out or whatever, and then Penny's there.
I'm in. It's nighttime where I'm at, and like there's like moonlight shining from the sky. I'm like, oh, you did it, and it essentially is it's highlighting the correct fountain, which I teleport to, and Eve and the other union workers are
They're
coming
called
out.
laborers.
They're coming after me, calling me a scab, and I jump into the water fountain before they can reach me, and then I appear back in a room and look up, and Alice and Gwen are just banging.
And we're just like, welcome back.
Yeah,
Credits.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. My last scene, I think I come in halfway through.
You come in
yours.
halfway through,
Yeah.
and this is the important bit, right? So what I had talked about previously. So I had just fucked up. My last scene, I had just fucked up and not supported you whenever you were confronting your ex who made a sex bot about you. Obviously super invasive. I'm your friend. That should be a thing, right? We come back in, and I see Margot sitting on the couch.
Margot or Margolum?
I see a Margot sitting on the couch. Elliot sees Margot, right? So Elliot sees Margot sitting on the couch, and I am awkwardly pacing around the room, and I grab this box of, I call them eggs, maybe like Kinder eggs or like chocolate eggs or something like that, like a white box. I don't really see it. And I like sit down awkwardly, like far away on the couch, and I say, do you want an egg? I got them for you. And like Margot hesitantly kind of like takes one and then starts to like eat it and is kind of looking awkwardly up and around. There's a pause. Elliot kind of takes a breath, and this isn't played funny. This is played as like, I look sweaty, disheveled. I am sober for the first time in what looks like, I look like I've been high for days and I haven't taken care of myself, and I just came down, and I am just sort of like wringing my hands, just like fidgeting, and I say, hey, can we talk? Like, can we really talk? Because I think that Professor Lipson, who I think is the doctor, I think Professor Lipson maybe was, and I'm like stammering a bunch, like this isn't just Colin, like maybe was like wrong, and maybe something is like actually broken in me, and I don't feel right. And I look over and Margot slides across the couch and just starts making out with me. And Elliot kind of like pushes her away and is like, whoa, what the fuck? And just like, that's a complete left field. Like, that's not how Margot would interact in this moment. And that's when I say, what the fuck, is when you come around the corner.
Yes.
And Elliot clocks, because you had said you were going to destroy the golem.
And
I didn't expect the golem to be here on the couch.
Yeah, you're shocked. You look like stunned. I thought the golem said something horrible to you because I was like, you look like she just dropped this like horrible truth bomb and
Can
like,
the
destroyed
golem
your
talk?
life. I've not heard her speak
No,
the entire
I don't
time.
think so.
I don't think the golem could talk, which says something about the ex-boyfriend, by the way.
Yeah.
But especially because I feel like Margot talking is like she is a talker, and
Yeah.
that's like a part of her personality. Anyway, but I come in, and the reason I didn't destroy the golem, I'm keeping Margot around a little bit because I like how great my ass looks when she leaves a room. And
That's the whole reason. Just likes watching her walk away. It's like, yeah, I do look great. It's fucking funny.
again,
It's good stuff.
love her.
Isn't
Yeah.
it draining your life force?
No. We fixed it. He
Oh,
fixed
okay.
the
spell.
thing when I showed up. But yeah. Anyway, and then you hand me like the eggs, and I'm like,
I was like, I got you these, bitch.
and I'm like, thanks, bitch.
I'm like, yeah.
I'm not reading the vibes here, but
And I'm like, I'm gonna go get a chaser, and I kind of stand up and walk away. I'm not sure if you continue this scene.
yes, I do. It's not very long, so I thought I wasn't reading the vibe, but after you leave, I turned to the girl. I'm like, what'd you say to him?
Yeah.
And then it like cuts, but like. I knew you were upset, but like I don't think the golem could talk. But then I was like, maybe the golem can talk, and I just didn't see it. But I don't think that's.
I didn't
true.
hear any words from the golem's mouth.
Yeah, me either.
But
So I think that's it. So is that all?
Yeah.
Do we done?
Yeah.
Can
That's
we
it.
put the pieces of what is going on in the show? We're not gonna be able to do it, but
I mean, I came back with pages about Martin.
Yeah.
that's actually very helpful. It's a good point.
Yep. You scan that book. I think that was what I was saying about the Elliot having two books is because I had originally read it as like, I think something's legitimately wrong with me. I feel like I might be broken. I thought that might have just been, I'm dealing with trauma and
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with it correctly. And I am having a panic attack or something like that. Or I'm like, I need help, professional help or
Yeah.
help of a friend, but I'm not dealing with it correctly. I'm wondering if because of how the magic shit worked and my boyfriend being like nature of the beast, and if there was like some aspect of this where I got like fractured during this, and there is another version of me.
Because it
if
said
it's-
volume 1 and volume 2.
yeah,
That makes me think Indiana.
which I would.
No, I don't think so. I think it's more than that.
Well, if they're like parallel, it wouldn't be 1 and 2. If they're both happening now, it's not 1 and 2. It's
True.
A and 1.
Well, no. I think these are the books. Like, this isn't like actively being written. Like, this is the book of that person's life. Like, it is out of time. Like, it felt like it wasn't actively writing things about me.
So
It
it's-
already knew my
Yeah.
journey.
So there's determinism
Yeah.
again. Every
No,
single show.
it's not determinism necessarily.
If the book's already completed, it's not being actively
But this place
written.
could be outside of time. It could be written in the future.
Yeah,
I guess you're right. Time is weird there.
yeah. Because if you stop dealing with linear, then determinism
Or
stops
maybe
mattering.
like legitimately it could just be something in season 3
That's
happened,
true.
right? Like we have no idea. It could be something that we aren't even
It might not be
close
related to anything
happening.
that we
I definitely kind of got the feeling it was more of like a fracturing though. Like, but I haven't obviously I've not seen these scenes, but
Well, the
like
two books the
that's-
same size as each other.
They seemed about it.
This also could be a thing. Maybe this could be a red herring where I'm, one, it's this might be an anticipated conversation. Is like, oh, is that from his past, or is something actually wrong with him? Because it seems like that scene is probably like pretty much right after or like close. I'm not sure when these scenes line up, but I could see it'd be like, oh, there are two Elliot books that gets called out. We jump into our last scene, which
Or
is
reverse.
or reverse or something like that, and I say something's broken, something's wrong, and like, oh, the two books. Like, this might be us playing into the writers adding this like obfuscation in there for the sake of
Totally.
and then we get an answer later.
Or maybe Elliot's just so
he's actually the main character.
yeah, he says such a full life that it doesn't
Yeah,
fit into
that's-
one book.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, it could be all those things. But it did make me look back at the like, something is broken. I feel like something's legitimately wrong.
Yeah.
I think.
go
Oh,
ahead.
God.
No, go for it.
I want to jump back to the original conversation. So if
That's
you're,
what I was saying. I wanted to wrap a bow on the sex dream talk.
So I think now that you've explained it, this makes so much more sense now, because you're right. It's about it's highlighting the inexperience and kind of like childish viewpoint.
Yes.
That he has, like, maybe not childish, because that's not.
No, he like an immature way of looking at like relationships and sex.
Or it's like he has and I think this is, I don't know. I have a little bit of a soapbox about like sexualization in the media. It's fine. Sometimes it's bad. Other times, but it's like the idea that like most teens, most young adults, their first interaction with sex is a manicured version from a writer's room in Hollywood's portrayal of what sex is, until there is a real tangible not sexual encounters, just like male female sex, but like a sexual encounter with a partner or with somebody that is reciprocated. That's like a completely different like monster. And if Elliot is trying to process this through the lens of like everything he knows about sex is all Quentin. If Quentin is trying to process this all from how he's thought about sex and how sex has been talked to him, if he's somebody who lives in books and he lives in movies and he lives in popular culture, his way that he's processing it makes more sense that he's processing it as like, yeah, Game of Thrones is fucking horny.
Yeah.
And it's like, if that is like,
the bikini is the thing, like from Star Wars.
That's like the braless bikini. We don't wear panties in space kind of thing. Like that sexualization. If that's what the show's trying to say, I don't disagree with it.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with that.
I think you're right. I just like, it's nice to like kind of get the context. The show just takes so many completely left turns constantly that I'm like, never. It's hard for me to follow like what. Like you have to get through the end of the episode, like, because otherwise you have no idea what they're gonna throw at you.
So like I didn't hate it by the end of the episode. But, like watching the first part of the episode, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yes, yeah. And which I think this is kind of what I'm asking. Is this on purpose? Like it seems like it kind of is.
It was.
Are they nailing it? I don't know. I don't feel like I've seen enough of the show.
It's also hard when you're not seeing the whole episode.
Yeah, but it's totally possible they're nailing it.
I do think
some of this is funny.
I do think they stuck the landing with this one.
Yeah.
Whether or not they stick it with all of them, but I think we also had all of the context, for the most part, all of the context with this one, because it was about Quentin's sexuality, and then we have a Quentin sitting on the couch. Yeah. So yeah, whether or not they're nailing every shot, I don't know, but it was nice that this one wasn't a completely dropped ball.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Mike, signing off. With me as always.
It's Tasha.
In front of me as always.
It's Colin.
Right here, right now.
It's Brian.
And creeping in the background often.
Producer James.
We'll see you next time.
Bye forever.
For more information, go to popculturerollcall.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Our new theme provided by Stephen Rossbach. Find him at stephenrossbach.com for more of his work. Join us next week for another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call.